Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. Nostalgia here, and it is very early in the morning. I'm sitting here with Abigail, and we just found out some interesting news. And I decided, well, I'm going to get started on making this video now because it might actually go out in time for it to still be relevant. But there's a server merge coming to Pantheon. Oh, and this is the part where I do that annoying thing where I ask you to please like the video and comment on it. The channel's been in a bit of a lull lately. YouTube isn't really recommending my content like they usually do. I don't know what's going on. But yeah, I need all the support I can get from you guys. So please, get down in the comments. It helps when people interact. Let me know your thoughts on this. Don't just lurk, because it's killing this channel. Good news, everyone. Low population servers will be merged with higher pop servers during the planned server shutdown Wednesday, November 19th. More players, livelier zones, easier to find groups. Level 1 characters will not be transferred. So that means that the druid I just made last night and haven't really messed with, I'm going to have to get him to at least level 2.
Mission complete!
So please plan accordingly. We know you will have more questions on specifics, and we will have those answers for you early next week. But we wanted to give you a heads up as soon as we were able to confirm the timing, full details coming next week. So yeah, somebody said here, F for EU players. I don't know if they're not planning to do that for the EU or whatever. Too little too late at this point for EU. Yeah, and there's another person chiming in about the EU. So that's unfortunate. I don't know what the situation is with that, but this is good news for the rest of us. You know, those of us who still play the game. I haven't played it in a while, but I'm looking forward to playing a druid and checking it out, because I haven't done that. There wasn't enough there to really entice me to come back when the druid dropped, and I was doing other things. So I'm going to check it out. Hopefully this means it'll be easier for a group, right? That's the reason why people wanted this. People wanted this a while ago. This is something that people have been complaining about. There's a lot of complaints over here. People feel like they're not being heard. That's one of the biggest issues with Pantheon at the moment, and why the review score is not looking too great. It's not awful, but it's not exactly where you would want it. But this is early access, and things are being ironed out. It's just the way that it is. But I think this is a sign that they're starting to listen to people and take them a little bit more seriously. Hopefully, they also listen, because the general consensus is that we don't need mounts right now, Visionary Realms. We don't need mounts. We need things to be more polished. We need you to work on things like zones, obviously, classes, getting the different races into the game. Where's my gnome? Where's my gnome? Come on, what are you doing? There's this weird thing going on. I created a halfling the other night, and something's going on with the hair here. I don't know if this is probably just like a work in progress bug or some placeholder or something. I don't know. But there needs to be more customization options, because these are still very, very weak. People have been complaining about them working on things that higher level characters are going to be seeing, and that's not a lot of people. And I tend to agree with that. When they do work on stuff, I think it needs to be for the starting experience. And I don't remember where I read this, but I really like this comment. Somebody said, hey, you remember when you first played EverQuest, or when you first played World of Warcraft when it was brand new, and what really pulled you in was that starting experience, how everybody had their own special area, and the world felt really good to explore and rewarding. That's what you guys need to get locked in immediately. You need to be pulling people in, because MMORPGs, they always have a hard drop off towards mid to end game, where people they quit. It's just the way it is. They wash out. So if you want to keep people hooked, you need to give them a really good sense of identity for their race and their class, and you just want to get your hooks into them early with that sort of thing. And right now, and I have to say, the zones feel somewhat uninspired, and I don't know, they're not really interesting to explore. It just feels kind of, for lack of a better word, generic. Now, I know they're not using, I would hope that they're not using AI or anything like that. I wouldn't think so. But that's kind of what it feels like. The zones are just kind of there. You know what I mean? I haven't put a ton of time into the game, but what time I did put into it, it felt very cookie cutter, if you will. Things just, yeah, they need to be worked on. Zones need to be more interesting. There needs to be more life there, if that makes sense. Things need to be flushed out. Anyways, I had to stop myself from rambling on about it. It just, zones need to feel more inspired. That's all I can really say about it. And yeah, traversal isn't really an issue, right? We could just use speed buffs and whatnot to get around the world. Mounts, no. Once there are more zones and there's wider areas that you have to traverse, yeah, I could see that in like maybe a year or two. But things need to be dialed in terms of, this was a good first step, right? Merging the servers so people actually feel like there's people to play with and they don't feel like they're on a ghost town, because you had that rush of people come in to check it out and they left. A lot of these people will come back. I want people to understand that, because I see a lot of people who are like, oh, it's dead, it's over. No, that's not how early access works. If they put in the work for the game and they make it something that is valuable or worth playing, people will return to it. That's how early access works. There have been plenty of games on early access. One of the first I can think of is I think Project Zomboid. I remember buying that way back in like 2011, and that game is still being developed. It's gotten a lot better since when I first played it, and yeah, that's kind of how it is with MMOs anyway. They grow and they evolve and change. Sometimes, actually, oftentimes, I would say to the detriment of their original content. It kind of takes a back seat. Like, for example, say EverQuest, Terraria, kind of nobody cares about it anymore. We're all on to different expansions and whatnot. That's one of the cool things about EQOA that I love, is that, well, we only got one expansion. We got Otis, and that was it. A couple of the planes of power, and yeah, things stayed pure. Hollis is still Hollis. People still hang out there. People still go to Freeport and hang out there. It's not dead. So, yeah. Anyways, a little bit of a side tangent there on how MMOs can grow and alienate their older content. But yeah, it's good to see them doing this. I think it's a sign that they're listening to people and a sign that they are moving in the right direction. I know there's a lot of people who are feeling hopeful about them being funded. And, you know, like I said before, there's a lot of bad blood there. You're going to see people in the comments who don't like it. Speaking of the comments, get down there. I'd like to hear from you guys. It really helps the channel. It's been rough going here for the past couple of weeks. I don't know what's going on. My viewership is really low, and the interaction on the channel is like the lowest it's been like ever. So I need you guys to rally for me. Share this video, like it, get down in the comments, let me know your thoughts on it. But yeah, that's about it for this video, guys. If you enjoyed it, click the like button, subscribe if you're new here, click that notification bell. God bless, and I look forward to seeing you all in the next video. At the moment, mounts don't really make a lot of sense. You know what I mean? What is this shit? Dismiss. Fuck me. Cut.
Ah, you're breaking my balls here, huh? You're breaking my balls.
Nostalgia. It's delicate, but potent.